Try to hold it in. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream where we're back in our gas course project. A game developed from scratch, of course, using Unreal Engine 5, the gameplay ability system plugin, C++, blueprints, all of that good stuff. So what we've been working on, it's been a while since the last time we were streaming, but we've been working on a melee trace subsystem. And I was able to find a lot of help actually through a really good GitHub project. I wonder if I still have it open. Let me see if I could find it somewhere because it was really good. So I took a bunch of it, repurposed it for my project. I didn't take it one for one. Just took what I needed and integrated some stuff on my own. Let me just see if I could find the resource just to share it with everybody. I think I put it in our Discord. I don't know where I put it. Let me see. I can find it real quick. Yeah, so definitely check this one out. Super good, super useful. And just to show you what we're doing, where we're at least, and what we want to try to accomplish today, we're only going to be streaming for maybe about an hour or so. Let's find my melee ability here. So we have our two-handed attack. And we have our attack trace notify, and we have it showing here, right? Super cool, super nice. We got to draw. But we have basically a data table entry here that holds the information for this trace. So we have this entry here, and we're drawing a sphere, but we can also draw things like a capsule. So you'll see the capsule traces being drawn there. And then we also have box. And we see the boxes being drawn there. So we got the support that we needed. I'm going to keep the sphere, but it's nice that we got it data-driven. And we're able to do it through the sword if we want. And we can also specify points on the character mesh as well. So for example, we have like hand underscore R, for example. Now it should draw on the hand, right? So we got all of that functionality there. That's super good for us. But now we actually have to send actual hit events to both the player, the instigator, and the target. Just so we can recognize both things. Potentially we could just send the data back to the instigator, and the instigator inside of the melee ability can kind of slingshot the data out. Hey, how's it going? It's going good on my side. Kind of chilling. Got some tummy problems, but nothing too serious. So yeah, we have that, and we also have, you know, the traces in game. So if I enable our debug collision shapes, we have our traces as well, and we see that it turns green when we hit something, so we know it's working. But we just gotta send the data out. So we gotta find out where we need to do that, and it's gonna be within our subsystem, of course, because we have a tick that's processing things, and we have the hit results here. So for hit and hit results, we add to the hit actors here. So we should be able to send back the data to the calling ability. And I want to be able to maybe just do it once. I just want to see, let's see what happens when I do send like a proper gameplay event. So let me first create a tag inside of our native gameplay tags. If I don't already have one already, maybe we do. Because we have event gameplay on hit. So we do have something like that. And what is this one? So event gameplay on hit. So maybe we can do that easily. So maybe I could say, so we're adding all that, maybe now here. Hopefully it's here. Because we're doing all that, we do all these ifs, draws, then boom, boom, boom. So hopefully I could do it here. So on that topic regarding Melee, I've been researching and studying some strategies, but it's hard to find it correlated with gas. One source I found interesting was Plato Monchi's YouTube video on sweep traces for accurate replication and lag compensation. Nice, okay. Let's look at that. So yeah, luckily, you know, I kind of gave up on my project being multiplayer for that purpose. I don't want to do all this complicated stuff to handle multiplayer. Even though gas does some things, it doesn't do everything out of the box. Let's see. Definitely seems like a nice channel. So jump curves and collisions using synchronous and asynchronous line trace and sweeps. Very nice. I guess I did watch this because it says it's been viewed. But yeah, it's very, very educational actually. So thanks for sharing that. I'll share it in our Discord. Well, I'm not going to share my thoughts on it. I'm not going to really watch the video right now. I just have, you know, very little time to work on my project, so I need to just work on what I need to work on. So I need to send a gameplay event. And I gotta remember. So I think I get active Melee requests. I don't need to hit actors. Dot instigator actor. Is there a get ability system component? So I think I need to include the ability system. Where were we? Okay, so this doesn't really give me anything. Alright, let me cast this real quick. So we're gonna say a gas course character instigator character equals blah blah blah. Yes, and then we'll say if that, and then we can say, so instigator character get ability system component. There should be, yeah, is it handle or process? So called by VM, so that's not that handle gameplay event is what I believe I need. And it needs an event tag, so I think I also need to include the native gameplay tags. Go. Now the name of my tag is event gameplay.onHit. I don't know, should I split it into two different events, like event.gameplay.instigator.onHit, or is this one event good enough? Let's just assume it's good enough for now. And then I need a payload. So F gameplay. Is it event data? Yes. So something like that. Cena Strikes. Hello, hello, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, I'm processing traces on tick. So on hit payload. Because I'm not sure if this is going to send an event every single time. I'm assuming it's going to send the event multiple times. So I got to try to kind of clamp it in some way. I just want to make sure I can get this event sent back to the calling ability. How long would it take you to cook 6 milli cookies? I don't know, man. But I feel like the punchline's gonna be rough. So yeah, let's construct this payload. So on hit payload dot instigator equals instigator character on hit payload. Because yeah, there would have to be a specific target. I'm not sure how I want to handle that. Because there's also the hit results that we need to do. Is it easy for a person who already knows some CPP? Is what easy for a person who already knows C++? So I definitely need to have instigator tags. I need to make a target data. Excuse me, for sure. Is it a target data handle? Yes. Game mechanics and game development. I don't know anything. Sorry for you're not asking any stupid questions. Don't worry. Don't worry. If you already know C++, then it's a pretty good head start. The next step is being a gamer, someone who plays games. If you're both of those things, then you shouldn't have too much trouble getting into it. At that point, you would just need to pick a game engine and try to make something. Unity is good. Unreal, I think, is good. Godot, also good. I don't know if Godot offers C++, but if you know C#, it has a scripting language, but it also has GDScript, which is pretty straightforward. So I gotta remember how to construct a target data handle from. I have made my decision for engine. I think I will go Unreal. Okay, then. All you gotta do now is think of something that you'd want to make and try to make it. So, just for the sake, I'm not gonna take the time at the moment. Just I want to confirm how often I'm getting this event. Where did you think Gas kind of lacks a multiplayer love? I mean, I guess it's not really Gas, but it's, you know, all the stuff that's outside of Gas that I still had to do in multiplayer that had to do with different stuff. Like this melee trace subsystem would have to be replicated in some sort of way. Input buffering stuff had to be handled on server and replicate. Like, I don't know that much of that stuff, so I kind of wanted to give up on it because I would be wasting too much time trying to solve problems that I didn't really want to solve. Like, encapsulated within the gameplay ability system, it's fine, but also having to handle, you know, room motion replication, how that is for like an action game might be a little bit difficult. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning. I lean towards not doing multiplayer at that point. Thanks, Bill. I'm not gonna do it. So let's see. Let's see if I get this event called back from my melee ability. And how often, I suppose, is the next question to ask. Yeah, because once we get Melee working and sending events and kind of working how it did before, I mean, the way it is built, we could always come back later and adapt if we want to. I kind of disagree, but it just depends on how many systems are you working with that are external from gas. Like if 90% of the gameplay is gas, then maybe. But you know, there's things that are in a game that have to exist outside of that, like game rules and replication of just character movement and things like that. And it's also hard to test multiplayer reliably, at least for me. Like, obviously you can run two processes and play multiplayer that way, but you don't really have a way to really reliably test things with other people unless you give people builds or if you have a server to run stuff on. So cannot convert argument to f gameplay event to const gameplay event data pointer. So I think we messed that up. So I think just for my own sanity and my way of testing things and being able to just to play my game and iterate on top of it, I think it's easier just to do single player. So let's blah blah blah. Okay, so we're still messing up. Almost done. So uninitialized local variable on hit payload. I mean, why can't I just write it that way? Is that kosher? I intend to use it for multiplayer, but very simple casual game. Probably wouldn't even need gas, but it's nice to learn stuff. Yeah, I mean, more power to you. I just never want to deal with, because like we use gas for multiplayer for Outriders and Outriders World Slayer, and you know, luckily my work was encapsulated with working within the gameplay ability system, so it wasn't too bad. But you know, when we had to do replication within the spawned actors that we were doing, that's where it got kind of messy and a pain in the ass. And then you know, within the ability having race conditions and having to do like wait for server or wait for client or wait for both, those kind of things, and knowing where to place those things. Was sort of tricky. It was a learning experience, but an experience nonetheless. So let's see if we receive this event. And how often. So, event received. Okay. So yeah, we get it a bunch. So I think what we need to do is, because I only really want to send it once per, I guess, unique instance of the hit actor, because maybe we'll have cases where we'll hit two enemies at the same time. So I need to find where to do that, because obviously, yeah, we're processing the ticks here. So for each, we're doing blah, 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 blah. So possibly this is in the wrong spot. So maybe after the iteration is done, we can do it like there. But we still got to figure out how the best, like basically how to filter out for the event, basically saying, okay, we already sent the event for this target. So let's see. Okay, so definitely not as much, but still a good amount. So I believe, so we need a way to map some stuff. So we have the hit actors, right? And I don't want to wait until... So yeah, we're processing the whole time. So we... Gotta just think out loud for this. Because I think we have to maybe store all the hit results. Or, So we're going through all the samples, we're drawing the debugs. If we hit something, we add it, and then we go through here. So I believe here is the right place, but I'm needing to just somehow track within like the active request here, because we have this data and we should, so we have hit actors. So we're storing them. Do you have any recommendations on the gameplay effect component or gameplay effect UI data? I don't know if it lacks articles or is it new, but I can't find anything specific. Yeah, so gameplay effect UI data, I don't think there is much to it. But I extended it myself to get this to get the status effect stuff working. So that icon you're seeing, it's basically drawn from the UI data of the burning gameplay effect. But yeah, there's really not much information. I think I guess it's intentionally bare so that you can use it for whatever you want. But yeah, let's see. So I do the trace, I hit something, then I want to process the event once for each unique actor. Like ideally, like I guess we would have to have like cases where maybe we have like a 360 spin and we want to hit, multiple enemies or the same enemy multiple times. Let's see. So on hit payload, get the instigator. Is CPP much better than blueprints? What do you suggest for the first project? I guess it depends on how much you're comfortable with C++, honestly, but if you're a programmer, then blueprints should be pretty straightforward, and it has faster iteration time. So I guess it's just your preference at that point. But if you're brand new to Unreal, I would say just go for blueprints, check them out, see how they're used, because you should be able to make C++ classes that you extend into blueprints and do some stuff in blueprints if you want, just for quick iteration, and then move it back to C++ if you wanted to. So it works tied to the user widget. So not really. Let me just get rid of this spam bot. So like all it really does is, I have the gameplay effect handle. Let me pull it up. Status effect. I will open up burn full, and I will open up, let's see, WPP status effect container. So yeah, burn full. I know you guys can't see that too well. Let me make it bigger. Maybe that's too big. Can I integrate them? Like I define an object in method C++ and invoke them in blueprints? Yes, you can. You can make blueprint implementable events written in C++, and then you actually pull the events in blueprints and then execute them the way you would want. Yes, that's totally possible. So yeah, this is my gas course gameplay effect UI data. It contains an icon. it has a status description and everything like that I don't really need anymore, because I used to have more of a point and click kind of game where you would hover over it and it would give you the description of it. I don't know if that still works. But then, I have my status effect container. I add a remove based off gameplay effect specs. And then inside of the status effect itself, I get the gameplay effect handle, I get the class, I get the data for, I think this is a custom thing that I made. No, I think it's base stuff. So I get my UI data, and then I pull the status effect icon and draw it. So that's the only real connection that's there. So yeah, now I gotta get back to what I was thinking, because I'm losing my train of thought trying to figure this out. So when I need to send the event is, when I get a hit detected. So here's my hit. I'm getting all my hit actors, right? I'm adding them. Like, I feel like, again, it's a for loop and everything, so I should just go down here. And maybe I should say something like, for a actor hit actor hit actors. I think I need another array. So T array. A actor. I don't know if I want to hit actor's previous frames. Let's say hit actor's previous frames. So I definitely want to do something like that. But I want to say for blah blah blah. So if hit actor, or no, if, whoops, not hit actors, I gotta say active. That's what I want to say. Previous frames contains this. Then we'll want to say, so active.melee request dot hit actor's previous frame dot add hit actor. Maybe I don't need to even do that. We'll see if this works for my case. So, all that's the same. Target actor equals hit actor, yeah. Let's see if that works. Because maybe I need to create a T map. For like the hit actor and its hit result or something like that, so I can also easily pass that along. Because ultimately, like, the goal that I want, oh my lord. All right, that's a lot wrong. So let's go back here. So we got the previous frames, then we got for a act, maybe it has to be a pointer, actor, hit actor, blah blah blah, if none contains hit actor. Alright, let's try that one more time, but from writer. And sometimes Rider takes a long time to kick in. Fingers crossed, because again, what I'm looking for is that the event will be called once, like per hit actor, I guess. Okay, so it looks like making the pointer fixed it, so that's good. But yeah, I need to... Because yeah, again, I don't know how best to send the hit result data. Because I'll need that too, because I want to send like the impact point. Maybe we could like... Probably gonna be outside the scope of this because, you know, just because of animation, stuff like that, but you can always use the impact point for like relative directions and things like that. So you'll know like, hey, I got hit from the right side, but I'm facing forward, so I should move this way, or if I get hit the other side, or if I get hit behind, or forward. And then there's also severity of the hit reaction. A lot of stuff that we're doing for work at the moment, so I have it in my head. Okay. Who thinks we got this right on the third try? I don't know how many tries this is, honestly. But yeah, we're still doing it not in the best way. Because what else I would need to do, ideally, I would like my data. Do I have to, yo boy the demon. Do I have to learn Blender? I mean, if you want to create your own 3D models, then yeah. But you can find free assets in different places. You can buy assets as well. It really just depends on how deep you want to go and how closely attached you feel to creating everything. Because I buy a bunch of assets online, like this 3D model and, you know, these animations. They're all assets that I got either for free or I paid for. So, you know, do with that as you will. Okay, so here's my gameplay event. There's the event received. Let's hit our guy. I just want to see if I get anything. Okay, we get one. So that's good. So how can we do this better? Again, I want to get the hit result data. So maybe I can... So maybe this is what I can do. Maybe I should store the hit results. So it already suggests that for me, which is great. But I'm already storing stuff, so there is already a thing called hit results up here. So I don't know if I want to see hit results of previous frames. I suppose. Yo, you can also use tons of free assets from Fab, other sites. Is that exactly? Yeah. So really just depends, you know. And again, yeah, game dev is pretty daunting. There's a lot to it. And, you know, being a one-man army is difficult. It's possible, but you know, you gotta know your own skills and stuff like that. I mean, I can't do the animation code, environment design, story writing, music guy, and probably much more roles that I do not know yet. Yeah, exactly. So start small. You can make simple games that don't require as much, or very simplified versions. Yeah, see what you like, and go for it. You know. So yeah, for const hit results, so I definitely want to also say, so active. I don't know. What do I need to do? Because I get all the hit results, but I need to make sure I don't send any redundant information. So I don't know if I need to do maybe a T map. I don't know. Can T maps contain like can this be F hit result? Do you think subsystems like that have smaller big performance impact overall? Like, how do you decide this could be a sub? Well, I mean, you can either make this a component or a subsystem, I suppose. I just chose to make it a subsystem, so that, you know, I can just access it anywhere. I just don't have to add a component to something. I could just invoke, make the call, and just use it. It's just a choice, I guess. You could easily make this a like the reference that I sent at the beginning. They make it a component. Well, it's doable. It's whatever you want. I guess it just depends on how many components you want to have. I don't think there's that much big of a performance hit. So yeah, I need to keep thinking here. Like, do I need to use a team map? So we're iterating through hit actors and all that stuff. We're storing the previously hit actor. But we're not really getting information. Like, I do wonder if it's safe to say, for example, active melee request. Trace request dot hit results. I don't want to hit actors. Give me hit results. Previous frame. Add hit. Don't want to do that. Now I wonder if I can say yeah, because we're not really looping through like a normal indices, so I don't really have an index that I can grab it from, so I don't think this is gonna work. So maybe I can do some, let me just see. So for constant result, blah, blah, blah. So I want to say maybe like if active melee request dot hit data. Is there anything about like keys? I don't think that's right. I don't think that's correct syntax here. Let's ask the AI assistant here how to check team map if it contains a specific key. So team map key check. So my map dot okay, so it should be dot contains hit actor. Oh, I don't know why there's a P there. But yeah, it's giving like it's not really doing anything. Like I feel like syntactically I'm doing something hella wrong. Let's just see. Because maybe I could store the hit results. Maybe that's a better idea. Like I can store hit results, and then I iterate over the hit results at the end. And after each hit result, I add the hit actor to this previous frames array. I could do it. So let's see. So we're iterating over the hit results, right? So I'll say hit, so active, melee pressed, hit results previous frames dot add hit. And then I want to say for if hit results hit in active previous results hit. So if active melee request hit actor's previous frames contains hit dot get actor turn. Otherwise, we want to say basically we want to say this, right? Hopefully I closed up all my brackets. So we got the hit payload, blah, blah, blah. So we're doing that for each hit. We're going into blah, blah, blah. So if guys go blah, 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 yeah. So now we can say that's the hit results. And then on hit payload, we don't need to do all the impact point. Then there's things like also, because yeah, hit result is not really a thing in here, so I don't know why that's telling me it is. Because what we need to do is convert target data into a we need to make a target data handle from a hit result. Hey, Bobo. The kitty is in the room. Hey, Fudge. 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 Yay. I swear I'm not talking to myself. We got a kitty. A cute kitty. Her name is Lola. I hope everyone says hi. I also got her on my shirt. I don't know if you can see, I don't know how well you guys can see that. Yeah, kitty taking care of bugs for me. So yeah, I know there's a way to handle. So target data. I don't know if it's within the ability system component. Or if there's like a helper or something. Maybe we can look for it. So target data from hit result, something to that tune. There you go. So it's this. So we should be able to say so target data from hit result. But yeah, I don't know why. Do I have to include that? No, include ability system blueprint library, maybe. So let's try this again. So you ability system blueprint library. So target data from hit result. But again, I don't know why it's taking in 2 parameters, and I don't know why I can't find it. So I'm going to assume it's going to complain about something because it takes in just a hit result. I should just be able to say something to that effect, but it's not really happy about it. So let's just see what it yells at about. So yeah, then I need to eventually clean this up because this data has a bunch of stuff in it that maybe I don't need. Obviously this T map I can get rid of. So it's already complaining about that T map. We don't care. So hit actor undeclared. So active dot add, and then it's gonna be hit dot get actor. And then target from hit result is not a member. I mean, it is. Oh. Yeah, I forgot to do the other side of it. So on hit payload dot target data equals. Well, that should be okay. Or at least hopefully better. We always strive for just a little bit better. Okay, so we're still getting problems. Got 99 problems. That's okay. So hit actor, undeclared specifier, of course. So what do I need to do? Just hit dot get actor. So it's still complaining about this. Like, I feel like I'm doing that correctly. Oh, is it called ability target from hit result? Okay. I'm not that. Am I crazy? I swear there was, target data from hit result. Was that just like in my imagination? Oh, I think it was in my imagination. Whoops. Hello. More trace subsystem headaches today. Almost, yeah. We got most of it done. We had some help from a plugin that I found online. So I use that as a reference to kind of boost everything up a little bit so I can support multiple shapes. I got everything working and the debugging working. Now we're working on sending the gameplay event back to the calling ability. And then we're going to be working on just finalizing the data that we need to pass in. Because I want the trace to happen, and then I want the calling ability to listen for the event, and then when it receives the event, it slingshots the data to the hit actor, and then we can do like hit reactions and things like that. I'm not sure if I guess the information about damage maybe would also need to be present somewhere. Because maybe the hit can be just the hit and the details of the hit, and then within the ability or something there's a different mapping to actually talk about the damage that it does. Not sure what the best way to handle that is. We'll kind of cross that bridge when we get to it. Because once we get this all finalized and cleaned up, I found a pretty good animation pack that I want to download that has some better animations, and hopefully we can work with them. But then, there's always going to be a lot to do. I don't know if this game's ever going to be done, but it's always changing. Well, I guess that's what's fun about it, but at the same time, it's a headache. I'm also trying to learn Godot on the side. I've been watching that series from, what's his name? Not Brackeys, but I think his name's Jake. The Playable Workshop. So I'm on that Discord server. I'm watching people do stuff, and I'm also I'm trying to make another game. The Godot journey is going okay-ish. I have a game idea that I want to do, so we'll see. I want to take time to put together a design doc for it. But I think it would be pretty cool to make some sort of like third-person arena shooter kind of game, not multiplayer. But I think it will. I want it to be gameplay-wise, a lot like what's the name of that game? Roller Drome. So you have like these arenas, and you have to fight enemies within it. But I was thinking like your character is, I don't know, some sort of James Bond kind of spy dude. Because I remember back in those James Bond movies, I don't know why I have the vision in my head, but I always think there's like a British guy with an umbrella. So I need you to make a game where you sell drugs and can rip a gravity bong. I mean, you should check out Schedule 1, because you can sell drugs in that game. I don't know if you can rip bongs in it, but I think that'll be your game. Yeah, so basically Mary Poppins meets James Bond, where, like, you know, you can move around. You don't have, like, maybe you can use the umbrella as, like, a melee weapon, but what you can do is, you know, when you do these long, like, big, long jumps upwards and then open the umbrella and you're kind of gliding, and then when you're gliding, you have all these weapons. As you're shooting the weapon, it's, like, pushing you in those directions, so you have to, like, use your weapon to guide and, like, dodge incoming attacks and stuff like that. So trying to find a good mix of that kind of mechanic with also like ground movement mechanics, and finding a reason why you would want to be in the air. Maybe in the air is the only way you can fire your weapon or something like that. But that's what I was kind of thinking. Alright, so let's see if I'm getting one hit here. I am. Let us... So event received, we got hit data. So let's break the data here. Let's see, let's print the target. So I should get the dummy actor, which I do. Let us also draw debug sphere at the impact point. So target data, hit result, get the hit back point. Let's just make it 20. We'll make it 30. We'll make it red. Fuck it, it's purple, pink. Duration, 5 seconds. Thickness 2, sure, why not? I'm hoping we get accurate hit results here. So it is hitting there. It's hitting there. It's there. So more, that's accurate. So what we can do now is, so we don't need to do this do once anymore. Can put this hit received here. We're getting all that information. I don't remember what the purpose. Yeah, so there is this like actor rotation stuff that I'm gonna have to change. There is this custom render depth of the target. I think I need to do something else there. There's the local hit stops. Then there is the sending the event to the enemy, which, yeah, I think I need to do that in a different way. And then there's also launching the character, which I think needs to be moved out. So let's see what happens. Do I get the behavior that it was before? Not bad. So bam. It all kind of connects pretty well, honestly. So we're hitting. Boom. Cool. So the whole point is just making sure I can kind of clean up the melee ability as much as possible. So we can just spank this guy as much as we want. Overall looks good. Okay. So our next moves was, again, now it's fine. I think that we can execute this gameplay queue here. But I don't know. I don't know what these events are doing. It's sending to the dummy. What is this doing exactly? I don't know. All right, so it does a shake on them. So yeah, I think there needs to be like, yeah, general, like, maybe like, I don't know if it would be a hit reaction component, or because like again, we need a timeline in this case, but maybe this could be an ability task to kind of, because like this is making them vibrate, I guess is the best way to say it. So let me see if I can showcase this. So slow down time. So we hit, does a little shake, and then gets pushed back. So I think that needs to be its own thing built into like the hit reactions. Maybe that's, again, I don't know if it should be a hit reaction component. So Wavy Wolfgang, sorry, I'm seeing your messages now on YouTube. Hey, what's the chances you join my Discord and help me with a few things with my game I'm working on? Me and my kids are trying to build a game already, have the assets, just having a hard time getting stuff go to work. Also, I'd pay for you to help sort out a few things, Cash App or PayPal. I appreciate, you asking for the help, offering to pay, but sorry, my life's too busy to kind of dedicate any sort of time, especially if you're paying me. I don't want to kind of create that sort of contract with somebody when I know I don't have the time to do so. You can, you can always ask for help on my Discord, but that's the best I can offer you. Sorry, Wavy Wolfgang. Okay, so enough hitting this guy. So yeah, there's more things that I need to add, like instigator tags, maybe add a tag container to describe the hit, maybe. But yeah, I need to better generalize these things. I think I need to make an ability task within the hit reactions and stuff like that. Because yeah, then there's this like wait delay, and then we launch the character. So yeah, I kind of have to rethink this flow, because like the only thing that really should potentially be here is, so like after we do this, ideally all we would do is handle our UI shake, and then the enemy itself would handle within like maybe the hit reaction. Any chance you could help me sort out my Git repo so others can push and pull from it? Yes, sorry, Wavy Wolfgang. If you want others to push and pull from it, I think you just need to make the repo public. I wish there was a way to accurately autofill Atom notifies for melee attack windows. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I don't know how, each one is kind of, unique. So I don't know how you would do that. I think the closest thing that you can do is, somehow construct at least the notify states and know which notifies need to be in there. But where those positions in Windows would be up to the designer. But yeah. So motion warping. Let me just label these. Motion warping. Melee attacks. Early blend out. Then I also need to do input buffer. And again, we're probably gonna get better animation, so I'm not gonna put too much work in here. But notify state, there should be an input buffering. So record input buffer. So we could do something like that. So default blocking tags. So open buffer time. Uh, 0.42. So this should hopefully buffer my input here. So I do that. So yeah, no, it goes like. So do you consider motion warping stable enough yet? Had any crashes with it? No, I've had no problems with it. I'm also pretty used to it because of work. It's pretty stable in my opinion. I'm on 5.5.0. Once 5.6 is launched, I'll update my project for it. But yeah, hold on, I need to buffer the whole thing there. Yeah, still doing that. Bam. Let's see. So blocking tags. Maybe I'm putting the wrong type of tags in here. So ability. Status animation block melee. Maybe that's what I need. Yeah, so block melee. So that should be what I need. Yes. So I can go like that and buffer the next one. Now, see, it's the same one, but you know, it's whatever. So boom, boom. Nice. So I'm definitely happy with that. So yeah. I think this is a good spot to end. Because the next thing we're going to do, like I said, we'll try to refactor all the related hit reaction stuff for the enemy. So if we should be launching the character, maybe there should be tasks for that. And how that should work. As well as the shaking of the character. Because maybe the shake could be, I don't know, mapped to a curve or something to that effect. We'd have to see. And I don't know if it should be built into the base like hit reaction ability, and you can just like opt in and out for it. And yeah, there's things like, so there's launching the character. There's also this set render custom depth, and that's what's driving when the character's turning orange for that brief frame. I don't know if I want to do that, like, because what I'd like to do is what other action games typically do is have like that flash of white for the impact, and maybe it can be related, like the flash can be related to the damage type. So when I'm throwing these fireballs, you know, it'll be flashes of like orange or something, and then when I'm back to melee, it's white. I wonder what happens when you try time dilation in multiplayer. To be honest, I don't know. I think you're going to get some weird desynchronization. So, not sure. So yeah, that's another aspect why I'm glad I'm not doing multiplayer. So yeah. Let's go ahead. I have my to-do list. Should be able to take some stuff off. So, melee, trace subsystem, and we did make this data-driven. So, outlining damage, hit reaction data. So, make data table outlining trace data, which we did. Let's just get rid of that. So, that hit effects system. So, that's all of this. So, how we manage gameplay cues for instigator and target. How we manage hit stops, hit layover. Okay, so we got all of that planned. So, that's good. And again, I don't know if I need if I need something special for that. Thanks, Bill, for stopping by. You have a good night as well. So we'll save that for next time. And I guess for the next minute or two, I can show you guys my Godot project. It's nothing special. I've been watching tutorials like crazy, trying to catch up with it. I also bought like a course to follow through with, just so I can learn it as fast as possible. Like I used Godot for a game jam, or I think it was the Game Maker's Toolkit, and I forget. I I forget the name of. I don't even remember what I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I don't remember the. Yeah, it's on itch.io. Let's see if I can find it. Gotta log in. CAPTCHA, of course. Zero growth, what it's called. I don't know if I could play it in the browser. But I use Godot for this, so I use 2D. So yeah, this is my game jam game, where you play as a vine. And you gotta collect water droplets to keep growing, which is a cutesy little game. So yeah, that's my only Godot experience. I didn't know about Outriders. You got me curious about it. I mean, you should check it out. Honestly, like, it's a pretty good game. It had a rough launch, but yeah, the DLC I think is good. The base game is pretty good. I think the gunplay and the abilities and like the way you can build your character is really, really good. Not just saying that because that's what I worked on, but you know, I think it's pretty good. And yeah, so this is this is my current Godot project, just the 3D thing with the camera. So eventually, yeah, we gotta add a special jump. We gotta add like the umbrella mechanic, where you'll kind of drift along, and then being able to fire weapons and kind of adjust your trajectory and stuff like that. So that's the game plan. Yeah, you can buy it on PC or PlayStation, I think, and it's probably on sale. It's 4 years old now. Wonder what the rating is actually. And just get the bundle with the World Slayer. Honestly, it's good. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think you can get the demo. So yeah, mixed reviews on the expansion. Unfortunately. Yeah, €40 DLC was pretty rough. I think it's mainly because it's overpriced. What about the base game? So recently, very positive. Awesome. Yeah, I don't have it downloaded, but like technically speaking, like playtime says 123 hours, but let me tell you, I played thousands of hours of it. Yeah, Outriders used gas pretty extensively. That's where I came to learn it. So we're also using gas a little bit on Witcher 4. But I can't speak any more about it. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for saying that much. But yeah, we're using a lot of stage raising. We're using a lot of gameplay abilities and gameplay effects and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the Godot project. Let's not have to worry about that. So yeah, I think that's where I think I'm rambling. So that's where I'm gonna end it for today. Let's go ahead. We'll raid First Crimson since there's a few people here with us. As we're going, oh, I did the wrong thing. I need to say raid First Crimson. So as we're going, make sure check out my Discord. Check me out on YouTube, of course. For those watching and not following me on Twitch, a follow would be much appreciated. So you guys have a good night. I don't know when I'll stream again. Maybe because my parents are coming into town, so I don't know when I'll stream again. So until that time, have a good one. And see you later.